before the secondary oocyte. So the corona radiata is the single layer of cells, like the ring of cells, and then the zona pellucida attaches the corona radiata to the oocyte. This would be the oocyte pronucleus. And this little guy is a sperm cell, but he's missing his tail. So once the sperm cell passes through the corona radiata, it sheds. You can see this guy over here. So your oocyte is starting to undergo meiosis, and the next stage, the sperm pronucleus starts undergoing meiosis. The little sugar skull. Yeah. The little red eyes. So a lot of people think of male and female as female pink or red, and
but
then
it's the opposite.
Blue would be boy, but it's opposite here. So blue is the female. The ones with red are the male for the pronucleuses. So this is just like the next step. Stopped.
Yeah, she's gonna airdrop it to me.
This one is, these are the polar bodies. So these polar bodies form and they go to opposite ends of the cell. There's here, the polar opposites, and they divide, they pull the cell and cause a cleavage to form and split the cell. So when that happens, you start getting into your replication. So your cleavage stages. So you go 2, and then 2 times 2 is 4, 8. So each of the cells divide. Then when you get to morula, this is like 16 cells or more, and this is the morula has little blastomeres, which are little bubbles. These are I call them blastocysts because it's less likely to get things mixed up. Or it can also be called a blastula. But the blastocyst is the whole thing. The blastocyst cavity is the whole. Inner cell mass is going to either be your yellow or your yellow and pink. These are the beginning stages of your yolk sac and your amnion. Trophoblasts are the cells on the outside.
What are the yellow ones again?
The yellow is the inner cell mass, or yellow and pink, before the yolk sac and the amnion form.
Okay.
Then there's nidation, which are these two guys. So this guy is this guy without all the maternal tissue. So syncytiotrophoblast is, I call it the mustache with the blood vessels. So it's this guy. And I say with the blood vessels because this one's not as nice and pretty, so you can tell where the blood vessels are, so you know you're looking at syncytiotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast is like that really thin pink line, like the lip under the mustache.
That's what?
The cytotrophoblast.
Okay.
So syncytiotrophoblast and then cytotrophoblast. Cytotrophoblast on this one is this one layer of cells right here. Inner cell mass is still your yellow and pink, and blastocyst cavity or blastocell is the whole. Then 14-day embryo is down here.
You guys can move me if you want. I'm playing it right now. I know I've got big, it's kind of hard to.
So this one, your yolk sac and your amnion have formed. So yolk is going to be yellow like an egg, like you would think, and then amnion's the pink. The amniotic cavity is the hole in the amnion. This is where the baby's going to end up when the baby develops. So between the yolk sac and the amnion is the embryonic disc. It's not something that you can see on here, but they may ask a question like, what is between these two structures? And that would be how you could come to the conclusion that that would be the answer. So chorionic villi, they're not super formed right now, but usually the chorion on most models is going to be this dark reddish burgundy color, and these villi are going to be the start of the branches. Then endometrium is the outside layer here. This is not like the whole uterus, this is just the site of implantation. So this would be the myometrium, this would be the endometrium, and the uterus would keep going. So this is just one little spot. And there's the 35-day-old embryo. So this guy has your forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. They have a cephalic flexure. Cephalic flexure, head. And then cervical, you think of like your cervical spine, cervical back here, close to somites, which are the start of the embryonic spine. The eye is right here. Your nasal pit, or olfactory pit is right here. your mouth is right here, and your first pharyngeal cleft, which is the start of the external ear, is right here under your mouth. Then you have your heart, which is 4 chambers. We're looking at it from the side so you can see 2. So both of these here make up your heart prominence, and this is your liver prominence. You have hand plate and foot plate, or your limb buds, and you have your little tail. I think that's everything for that guy. And for this one, this is that same guy in here. It's just not as detailed, and there is another one that I have a picture of, but we don't have the actual model in class. So you have your amnion is what the baby's inside of. Then you have your head region, body region, tail. Your first pharyngeal cleft's easy to see here. Somites you can see too. This is most likely a hand plate, but everything else is kind of hard to tell. I don't really see a foot plate. You can't see eyes and stuff like that. Your yolk sac would be right here. Chorion, chorionic villi. And then decidua psalis on that one. No, I think it's on a different one.
Decidua parietalis.
That one's on the fetus in utero, so that's this one. Decidua psalis is on the placenta model. That's what it was. So, this is the uterus for the fetus in utero. You have your...
You're looking down on the uterus.
Yeah, you're looking down on it. So this would be your decidua parietalis. Your chorion would be right here, and the amnion would be where the baby would be.
That's it for that?